What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Top 10 Tuesday episode. Yeah, what's going on, everybody? And yes, for episode 95, I'm going to be talking about my top 10 personal favorite Umberto Lenzi horror films. Yes, just horror films and giallo films. Umberto Lenzi's an Italian director that has dipped into quite a few other types of genres, whether it be like crime and crime thrillers and action films and so on and so on. But this top 10 list, I'm going to focus just on his horror and giallo films because he's done quite a few, and I couldn't even narrow it down. It was hard to narrow it down because I even had more than 10. But yeah, Umberto Lenzi is one of those, in my opinion, a little bit of an underrated Italian director. His name never really gets brought up with the likes of the big Italian directors like, obviously Argento and Bava and Fulci and so on and stuff. But yeah, Umberto Lenzi's got quite a filmography, and I do recommend people check out some of his films. But without further ado, let's get right into this. In at number 10 is a film that I enjoy. It's not a great film, but it's fun. And it is Black Demons. I think this is also known as Demons 3, but it's not linked to Lamberto Bava's Demons films whatsoever. It's just, how these Italian films have like a million different names. This is one of those. But yeah, Black Demons is, it's a very cheesy, very late entry by Umberto Lenzi. This is actually one of the last films that he ever directed, I believe. This one came out in 1991. And it's a demon film, basically about this group of people that are they're somewhere in the south. I can't remember exactly where they are, but anyways, this one guy gets kind of these weird powers and stuff, and he ends up resurrecting these black demons that are out for revenge against the white people that had killed them and stuff. So it's got kind of a hilarious storyline to it, very racially motivated. It's really cheesy and fun, but always great music in this. But I enjoyed it. It's by no means a great film, but it's got some pretty good gore moments, some interesting looking zombies and shit like that. So, but yeah, Black Demons, I enjoy it. It's fun. That's in at number 10. In at number 9 is 1988's Ghost House. Ghost House is a film that I'd oddly had never seen until Scream Factory had actually put this out. I wanted to see it for years. It was very hard to get a hold of in Region 1. But yeah, I think you could find these on hard boxes, and they were just really expensive and stuff. But anyways, Ghost House is one of those films. It's, again, not a great film, but it's a pretty fun, atmospheric, kind of cheesy later 80s entry into, the ghost genre. It's got really good music in it, though. It's got good music in this one. And it's kind of creepy at times, but I have to say that what steals the show, which is actually kind of funny, because in a way the jester clown or whatever is pretty actually kind of annoying at times in this too. It gets so repetitive with what it's saying. But yeah, Ghost House is a fun film. It probably could have been a much better film, but Umberto Lenzi, I think, was getting tired and stuff, but it's definitely a fun watch. And yeah, Ghost House, check it out. It's fun. In at number 9. In at number 8 is a film that is credited for starting the cannibal genre, from 1972, and is Man from Deep River, also known as Sacrifice. I believe 88 Films just put this out on Blu-ray, which is super cool. But yeah, this is the film that basically started the cannibal craze. This was, obviously 8 years before Cannibal Holocaust and 4 or 5 years before Jungle Holocaust and things like that. So, and yeah, Man from Deep River, man, pretty interesting film. Again, it's got really good music in this one. Who actually does the music in this? I think I want to say I can't remember who does the music in this, but yeah, it says Daniel. I don't know, but I like the music in this film. Anyways, this movie isn't so much of a straight up cannibal film. It definitely has that storyline where this photographer goes into the jungle and kind of gets kidnapped by this cannibal tribe, and then there's like this really weird relationship that he starts up with this princess and stuff like that. It's really kind of fucked up. Yeah, I've even heard people say this isn't a cannibal film, but it completely is. I mean, I've heard Ruggero Deodato credited it as, the very first cannibal film, and other Italian directors, so It is, but it definitely has its moments in it. But yeah, it's an overall fun film. I've always really enjoyed Man from Deep River. I like the settings and music and stuff. And what's his name? Yvonne Rochamont. He's in this one right here, right there. He's always good, man. He's always good in these films. So Man from Deep River, give it a shot. Good stuff. In at number 8. In at number 7 is 1975's Eyeball. Umberto Lenzi Giallo. By no means is this his best Giallo in the world, but it's a fun one. It's a fun one. It's basically just about these girls that are getting picked off, these American tourists that are getting picked off while they're on vacation on these buses and stuff like that. But the thing is, the killer is killing them by plucking out their eyes. Now, that setup right there is definitely enough to warrant a watch on this one. I enjoy this, man. Like, the violence is definitely top notch. I mean, 1975, you're just eye gouging people for no reason. Well, I mean, I guess there is, but pretty cool stuff, man. Again, sleazy film at times, but it's more of a straightforward giallo. It's not like the most complex story in the world, but it's still really fun. Again, really good music. It's got some sleaze, got some really cool kills and stuff. I highly recommend this one. I don't know why I'm showing the back. It's in German. I can't read that. But yeah, it's a cool film. Definitely check it out. Eyeball, 1975. In at number 6 is a film from 1989, and it's Umberto Lenzi's entry into the American slasher genre, and that is Welcome to Spring Break, or also known as Nightmare Beach. I really like both titles, actually, and Nightmare Beach is such a great title, but yeah. Welcome to Spring Break is basically just about this guy that's, he was like the leader of this biker gang. He was executed, or he was killed off or something like that. And he comes back like a year later and starts killing college students on spring break off one by one. And the cool thing about this killer is he wears this helmet. It's kind of like Nail Gun Massacre in a sense, man. It kind of reminds me of that. But rides his bike around and like kills people in various awesome ways and shit. It's very, very 80s. This movie is super, super straight up American 80s slasher. That's what it is. It's so awesome. The soundtrack's great. Kills are awesome. It's just an all around super, super fun film. Definitely nothing to be taken serious, but it's definitely awesome. But yeah, there's Nightmare Beach. Yeah, I had to grab this. This is actually just a bootleg of it, but I want it just for this cover. It's kind of like this Japanese writing. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, Welcome to Spring Break, pretty cool stuff. I heard that there is a better release, like an Italian release, I think. But cool film, got John Saxon in it. You can't go wrong with that, right? So check it out. And that was in at number 6. In at number 5 is another cannibal film from 1980, and that is Eaten Alive. I've always really enjoyed this film. It's got that very stereotypical cannibal setup where a girl has lost her sister, and she has to travel to the jungles of Papua New Guinea to go and get her. And, of course, all hell breaks loose. But the interesting thing about this one is that they come in contact with this basically this cult, and it's almost like Jim Jones in the Jonesville cult type deal. It's pretty much the same thing. It's kind of funny. Pretty cool moments in this one. It's got good gore. Music is fantastic in this film, as usual. Can never go wrong with these Italian scores. But yeah, I mean, if you like your cheesy Italian films, definitely check it out. Stock footage, rehash scenes. It's got it all, man. Real natives, animal killings. It's for you then. It is what it is. That was number 5, Eaten Alive. In at number 4 is a film that I've always loved, man. I've heard some people say that they really can't stand this film. I'm just like, how can you not like this film? It's actually kind of original and fun. I mean, for the time it came out. I believe this came out in 1981, and it's called City of the Walking Dead, or Nightmare City, however you want to call it. But this is a cool infection film. I think Umberto Lenzi was trying to not make a zombie film when he did this. I think it was more supposed to be like an infection film. Basically about these people that get... they're suffering from like radiation or something like that. Anyways, they start attacking humans and shit. But this one's got, again, fucking awesome music in this one. Great kills. There's a scene in this one where people are like climbing up the scaffolding and shit, and it's just, oh my god, it's one of the funniest scenes I've ever seen. But I like the gore, and the effects in this film are pretty awesome too. Good shit. But at least Umberto Lenzi was trying to do something a little bit different with this one. Yeah, Umberto Lenzi. Utterly Insane Radiation Sickness Opus. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. You said you did Walking Dead. Fantastic film. I've never seen this. Definitely give this Arrow edition a shot too. It's pretty cool. It's got a couple different versions of the film, which is really cool. So check it out. Good stuff. That was in at number 4. In at number 3 is a really, really fantastic giallo from Umberto Lenzi, and it's called 7 Bloodstained Orchids. Yeah, this is a good one, man. Basically about this killer that's going around killing off these people that have something in common. And yeah, of course, it's up to others to figure out what the hell is going on before he gets the 7 kills. I haven't watched this one in a long time, actually. I really need to revisit this film, but I remember just absolutely loving this film. I believe, yeah, Riz Orlini did the soundtrack in this film. Of course, he did the music for Cannibal Holocaust, which is pretty awesome. So again, really cool music. Good gore. I can't remember. I honestly can't remember if it's that gory or not, to be honest. It's been a few years since I've actually watched this film, but I remember really, really loving this one and just being one of my favorites. So, but Umberto Lenzi's 7 Bloodstained Orchids, give it a shot, man. If you like giallos, you got to give it a shot. So, yeah. That was number 3. And number 2 is, of course, from 1981, Cannibal Ferox. Yes, Cannibal Ferox is pretty much a Cannibal Holocaust ripoff. It's just Umberto Lenzi's answer to Cannibal Holocaust, because that movie was so big that he's like, hey, why not dip into the cannibal genre once again? I love it though. It's just such a bad, awful, amazing film. It's got all the ingredients that you need to have such an awesome Italian film. It's got terrible acting. It's got awesome gore. It's got insane animal killings. Great soundtrack, great setting. I mean, the violence is just bar none. It's some of the nastiest shit you've ever seen. Stock footage, ripped off scenes. It's just fucking amazing. I love it, man. Cannibal Ferox is so good, but just never forget the penis part in this film. It always bugs me every time I watch this film. It's just like, damn, that's fucking nasty. But Cannibal Ferox, man, I always have such a fun time watching this film. I don't think this is as close to being as good as Cannibal Holocaust. Cannibal Holocaust is such a better film, but this one to me is almost more fun to watch though, because it's just so ridiculous, the shit that's going on. I mean, the revenge that the natives take in this film on these fucking asshole characters. And that's one thing about this film that's really funny too, is that the characters in this film most of them are not likable. I mean, for the most part, pretty much every character in this film you don't like. It's pretty awesome, but some of them get what they deserve. So, but yeah, Cannibal Ferox, awesome shit. In at number 2. And in at number 1 is from 1974, another giallo film, and it is called Spazmo. Now, this is a film I got introduced to last year or whatever, and this movie just blew my fucking socks off. I'd never seen it before. I never had grabbed the Shriek Show DVD, missed it and went out of print. So I never got a chance to actually watch this one when it came out. Obviously got my chance. And it's just amazing. It's like if David Lynch made a giallo film. It's that bizarre. This one has so many strange storylines that are kind of intertwining with each other, mixed in with the weirdest atmosphere, great acting. The score is fucking outstanding by Ennio Morricone. Again, the common theme in all these films always have great music. But this one is just one of those films that you really have to see. I'm not going to sit here and try and explain the plot to you guys out there, because you don't need to know. Just check this one out, man. Released by Scorpion, did a fantastic job with this. I think 88 Films actually released this on Blu-ray also. So I heard that their transfer is really, really good. So, but I think Scorpion did a fantastic with this job. So if you like Italian, I always say Italian giallos. If you like giallos are Italian. Check out Spazmo. It's fantastic. It's so good. It's just so bizarre. It's so bizarre. I love it. So yeah, that's gonna round out my top 10 list here. I almost included Oasis of Fear. It's more of like a crime thriller, though. It's definitely not really a horror film, but it's an interesting watch. I actually have the DVD sitting here. I didn't grab any of the other ones, but at last minute I decided to keep it off. But this is a pretty interesting film about this couple that's going around taking these nasty pictures of each other and exploiting or getting money from it and shit. And then they end up having like this crazy... They end up meeting up with this kind of like this MILF chick who wants to, you know, have sexual relations with them, and then shit goes kind of crazy from there. It's a good film. Check us out, uncut from Shameless. But yeah, he's done lots of really cool, you know, films from other genres. So Umberto Lenzi, very, very cool director. Definitely check out his stuff. But here's a quick little roundup. In at number 10, Black Demons. Number 9, Ghost House. Number 8, Man from Deep River. Number 7, Eyeball. Number 6, Nightmare Beach or Welcome to Spring Break. Number 5, Eaten Alive. Number 4, City of the Walking Dead. Number 3, 7 Bloodstained Orchids. Number 2, Cannibal Ferox. And of course, number 1 was Spazmo. Yeah. And Barbara Steele, she approves of that right there. But anyways, guys, this video's gone on way too long. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what your guys' favorite Umberto Lenzi films are out there. Horror films or whatever. Action, different genres. I don't really care. But let me know. All right, guys. Check you next week. And of course, peace!